We're about 5 miles an hour slower as far as qualifying speeds are concerned this year compared to last year, but nevertheless, a lot of unanswered questions as we begin this race as to how exactly it's going to go. Will there be a lot of competition? Will we see a lot of drafting as we always have had here at Talladega? We'll stand by as the green flag has now been displayed and the Winston 500 is underway from Talladega Superspeedway. Settle back and enjoy an afternoon of racing here on ESPN.
The turns are wide here at Talladega, Bob. They can run 2 and 3 abreast, and certainly we see some of that in the first lap.
And one of the things you'll visibly notice with the restrictor plates, the cars can't get up to speed quite as fast as they used to, but now they begin to stand on the accelerator, and coming down the backstretch, we have 3 abreast racing. That is Neil Bonnet in car number 21 going to the inside and taking the lead from Mark Martin, but Davey Allison battles back on the outside as the cars are in the 33-degree banking between turns 3 and 4 for the first time. It's Bonnet and Allison side by side off of turn number 4 and into the tri-oval.
Look at this, folks. This is unbelievable. Side by side. Wow, what a first lap.
They are basically in the same formation. They have changed in spots, but it's still 2 abreast racing. 1 line on the high side and 1 line on the low side as they battle for position. Look at how the Lumina, driven by Darrell Waltrip, is trying to get down low on the racetrack. That's the red and white number 17 car. But still side by side. Bonnet to the inside. Davey Allison to the outside. In the second row there is Mark Martin at number 6 and Bill Elliott at number 9. And look at the competition from Harry Gant's in-car camera. Look at how close these cars are running.
And there's simply nowhere he could go if he could make a pass.
He's just at the mercy of what the inside line does. And the inside line, they can't go the outside line. It's just like a parade lap, side by side.
Lap number 2 is complete. We can't determine who's leading. They are virtually deadlocked side by side as they once again go into turn number 1 as we watch the action from Harry Gant's in-car camera. Neil Bonnet and Davey Allison still run side by side. Mark Martin and Bill Elliott are side by side. Then behind them comes Darrell Waltrip in the new Lumina, and to his outside is Morgan Shepherd.
Darrell Waltrip told me at the driver introduction that he changed one spring 3 times this morning. He said, I couldn't make my mind up which one I wanted in. He said, I had a fast one. He said, I was afraid the wind was going to blow too much for it. He said, I had a slow one. He said, to make the car drive good. He said, it would be fast enough. He said, I finally wound up with the intermediate one. It looks like it's working okay right now.
These cars, folks, are running 195 miles an hour side by side. This is not 60 miles an hour. This is not playing. This is for real.
They are faster than they qualified, and that is understandable because of the drafting. And here is the bumper cam. We're looking from the rear of Rusty Wallace's car, and that is Michael Waltrip that we are looking at.
There's Larry Pearson on the inside getting past. Larry sort of lost the draft of the inside cars, and he's going backwards as the others come by him on the outside.
Well, a shot. There we see Dale Jerry trying to get by Michael Waltrip. Michael pulls up right on the bumper of Rusty Wallace.
Crystal clear picture from that bumper cam on Rusty Wallace's car. They move through the tri-oval once again. It's still Bonnet and Davey Allison side by side.
Well, who are they giving credit? Who are they giving the Winston Cup points to?
That's a very good question, Benny, because you literally cannot tell who's leading those first 3 laps. They have been virtually side by side as they cross the line every time. Now we're beginning to see some of the cars get strung out a little bit as Michael Waltrip there in the yellow car is high on the racetrack and has lost 1 position. Meanwhile, up front, it is still 2 abreast racing. At the end of the backstretch, we're still seeing Neil Bonnet and Davey Allison side by side, and look at the speed, 191.138 miles an hour.
This is unbelievable. You know, these people paid about $60, $70 for these seats today. They probably won't get to use them. No one is sitting down yet. I know I haven't. Darrell Waltrip looking on the inside.
Waltrip trying to get the inside of Mark Martin as they head for turn number 1. It's 3 abreast in there, and by golly, Darrell Waltrip got the job done. He now replaces Mark Martin there beside Bill Elliott. Mark Martin drops back to go alongside of Morgan Shepherd.
Well, that was a bold move by Darrell, but now he's going to try to go to the front.
Maybe this Lumina has something that we haven't seen in qualifying and in the practice period. Look at this. It is Waltrip going to the front. Neil Bonnet drops back, and now it's Darrell Waltrip and Davey Allison wheel to wheel off the banking into the tri-oval.
Well, let's see if Darrell now can use that inside to get by Davey Allison. Neil Bonnet couldn't do it. They just sat there and run side by side. We'll see if Waltrip can do it.
Davey Allison is going to lead this lap. Or is he?
No. I think Waltrip led the lap.
I thought Allison was going to pull ahead there and lead by a half a car length, but not so. I think Waltrip may have gotten credit for leading that lap. Anyway, it is still side-by-side racing that we are seeing in the first 5 laps, making 6 laps of this Winston 500. 188 laps will comprise this race. They're on a 2.66-mile racetrack. Now Waltrip heading low once again down the backstretch in the number 17 car. Neil Bonnet is right behind him. Davey Allison leads the outside line with Bill Elliott and Morgan Shepherd.
And there's Earnhardt.
Yeah,
fifth spot. He started 17th today. He has moved up to the 5th spot.
There is the brightly colored jackets worn by the Chevrolet people as they sit in the stands and cheer their new Lumina. And it leads here at Talladega as they cross the line. Waltrip this time clearly has the lead. Waltrip is the leader. Second place, a battle between Neil Bonnet and Davey Allison. Some exciting competition in the Winston 500 from Talladega Superspeedway. And we'll be back with more of our live coverage right after these messages.